here. It's the fucking Squadcast, motherfuckers. I'm fucking Tank Franklin. This is
Way Too Nice in the building.
and
Gentle Warrior.
we're here to talk your fucking ear off about random bullshit, whatever pops into our head, mostly fucking news, entertainment, sports, gaming, and such. So fucking
A lot of
Shall
video
we-
games.
shall we take it away on the gaming subject right away?
I mean, that's what our channel is, so let's rip gaming, of course.
Yeah, there will be. That's probably going to be the mainstay of this channel for a little bit. So, what's the first game we should talk about, gentlemen?
You guys started off. I'm down
Well,
to talk
you guys
about
have been
anything.
playing Fortnite out the ass, so you might as well dive right into
man,
it.
Oh, if we-
Fortnite is a good one.
Let's start it on a positive note then.
Oh,
Alright.
It is somewhat of a heated debate over here.
not really that heated because I don't even care about
Well,
that
I mean,
game.
I guess
that
I'll start
much.
off. I had mixed feelings about the game. When we first found it, we hopped on. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then I struggled with building, and then I don't know, I didn't really play it that much. And it was just like, I didn't think it was going to be all that. I used to mess around with Dave over there because he was playing it so damn much. But then I gave it a second chance, and now I feel like if you take the game for what it is, and you're going to die a lot, and you're going to deal with a lot of bullshit, but it can be, you get your adrenaline pumping, and you can have some fun in that game, definitely. There's potential in the game to have just crazy matches and have fun with it.
Dave, you're the other promoter of this.
Oh
game,
yeah,
so
I
you
mean,
might as well.
I actually.
You're the one who plays it more than everybody, has the most wins and all that shit. So, obviously, you like the game.
I just like everything about the game. I mean, there's not really much I can complain about other than they add a lot of they add too many guns. Not even too many. They add a lot of guns in general, which is cool. So, you open a loot box, you have a chance from anything from grenades, a shitty handgun, to the best gun in the game, like a SCAR or RPGs, whatever. But
Yeah, it's all random loot. It's all just any house can have any style of loot, anything. Just 100 people falling in. I mean, I know everybody knows what the game is, but we kind of just jumped.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
But everybody
Everybody
knows what
already knows
Fortnite
what this
is.
game is. If you don't
Yeah.
know what Fortnite is, honestly, you should probably look it up before
Yeah.
even watching this review. Watching this podcast. But still, I mean, all right.
Now Frank has a completely different.
I don't even.
It's a thorough hate.
I won't even
He
say
hates
that
the
I
game.
hate the game. I
you-
don't, because I don't. But fucking, I just don't enjoy it as much as you guys. Nowhere near as much as you guys. I can hop on this game in a squad with you two, or if it's just me and Jonathan, or fucking me and Dave playing in a duo or whatever. I can hop on, and I can enjoy myself for around like 5 to 10 matches. But then after that, I feel like I'm just going through the same fucking bullshit over and over again. And like we were talking about before, how this game and Spelunky are kind of hard, where you hop in, or kind of similar, I mean. You hop in, it's a different game every time almost, but it's the same kind of layout, blah,
It's
blah,
kind
blah.
of like different runs, like different tries.
You're having a different run of the game every time, What makes Spelunky fun for me, and what makes this game not fun for me is that, or Fortnite not fun for me. Spelunky, you hop in, and the game is as hard as the game is. When you land on spikes, or get hit by a fucking bat, or fucking accidentally misjudge your jump, and fucking get tinked by whatever, it's your fault, and you know it, because the game is, like I said, the game is as hard as it is. In Fortnite, there's so much other random bullshit factors. The fucking guy can land in and fucking get a shotgun before you, and you have a fucking pistol, and he's gonna kill you every fucking time. It's a lot of it's about positioning on the map.
They're way different. It is.
Obviously they're two different games, but I'm saying like the reasons you die in Fortnite are random and bullshit a lot of the times. I feel like.
I just like the whole free for all
Hold on.
aspect of it.
Here's another thing I just thought of. Spelunky is obviously you're not playing online versus anybody. Let's compare Fortnite to another online game where you verse other players and you can die from bullshit games. I mean, or bullshit deaths, which, Call of Duty, you can get randomly sniped. Even Overwatch, a game I hate myself, Jonathan Franklin, you guys both like it, but I feel like there's still bullshit, Junkrat can shoot random, his mines or whatever,
Yeah,
I feel like there's
a different
bullshit
kind
deaths
of
in
bullshit,
every game.
though. You're going into that game. All right. You can die from a bullshit death from a Junkrat, let's say, in Overwatch, but that Junkrat is not gonna. The reason he's killing you is because of what he did.
Yeah.
There's no difference in that Junkrat compared to any other Junkrat on your team or his team or whatever. In
Yeah.
this game, there is a difference between every other player, and
No,
that's
I know what you're
just
saying.
based
Yeah, you
off of
land, you can
where
get different
land
loot.
on the map because
But
it's randomized loot.
But I mean, then
You
we
can come
but the-
across a player that has a fucking legendary scar and full shields when you're fucking just got into a fucking gunfight and fucking are healing yourself, and he just strolls up on you and blasts you. Like, there's so much random factors in the game that are out of your control, which is the reason I don't like it.
It definitely does add a lot of them random factors. A lot of one of my main complaint, it's not even a complaint about the game, it's just how people play the game is, you get out of a gunfight, a heated gunfight versus somebody else, waste all your resources, health, bullets, etc. And then another either squad or if you're by yourself, another guy comes, hears gunfire, runs up to you, shoots you with a bullet and you're dead instantly. So I mean,
And it's unavoidable.
yeah, no, I do agree where you're coming from there, but
That's what personally makes the game unfun for me. And that could be what makes the game more enjoyable for you guys.
Well,
you know?
I take the game for what it is. It's 100 random people dropping down on a somewhat small map, which just filled with loot and weapons and all just kinds of crazy shit. And it's just battle to the last man or last team. It's chaos. It's going to be chaos. You're going to take bullshit deaths, but guess what? As soon as you die, either if your teams are on squads or whatever, you get back up or you keep playing, or you just go back to the lobby, you hit one button, and you're in with another 100 people. A completely different game, and you're back in it.
I will say that
it's just like a trial, Like, oh, I tried this. There was like that run. You know what I mean?
It does do a
you
good
get top
job.
10, it feels like, oh man, I was almost there, and you have a chance to win no matter what.
It does do a good job of getting you back into a game right away.
Oh, it's so
after the
popular. They have
fucking-
no problem.
Exactly.
There's
That's
so
the
many
thing.
people playing that game.
that and honestly, just the satisfaction you get from winning a game and knowing you beat out 100 other people, or if you're in squads, or however many people you beat out, it just feels good getting a victory
And
with
they're
that many
throwing,
people in a
that's the
lobby.
thing.
and they're throwing updates left and right, changing the game, doing like solid goal where they had all legendaries.
Yeah, now it's 5 teams with 20
Yeah,
people
they're
a team.
going to keep throwing stuff at you, and I kind of like it. I mean,
Now here's a question I got for you guys: is the battle pass or is releasing
Oh
new
my
skins?
God.
No, is this enough to keep people playing
It's enough to keep
6
you
months
guys
from?
playing.
No,
Apparently.
I mean that's
Me
not
personally,
that
the
doesn't
battle
keep
pass-
me
both
playing.
of these fuckers have bought battle.
All right, hold on.
Pass.
Yeah, me and Jonathan both bought battle passes. I invested in a glider.
Invested. What
Oh
invested?
yeah. Okay, I can't even call it an investment.
wasted.
I bought a glider also. And Jonathan bought battle pass and has some money sitting around, but that's not what keeps me playing. That's just an added feature where you can show off a little bit or whatever you want to call it. Like I like
Shit
that.
I like,
but
you
I'm
know?
saying for your everyday player, is adding those little is adding a new game type every month where it's gold guns or whatever, or adding new skins. Is that enough?
I think
To
yes.
keep somebody
because,
keep playing.
Well, look
They
at
got their following, like they got it. Like,
the,
that's what
and the
people are
majority of
playing.
people who play video games, honestly, are fucking kids.
But they're coming out.
As much as we want to think that this is some fucking mature fucking hobby or
Oh,
something.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, there's your adult
games.
gamers,
No,
of course, but when the majority, majority.
Well, as
kids.
much as some people want to
Another-
think that this is a mature hobby, I should say.
Another big thing is they're gonna be coming out with jetpacks soon. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
the game ruiner
All right,
itself.
I
That's
saw-
a fucking red flag. In it.
No. I saw something about this. I
That's a
saw
red flag.
like a lot of I follow popular Fortnite streamers or whatever you want to call them. I mean, I don't really follow them, but I
He
watch their
follows
streams.
them.
I watch their streams, and I was watching a couple people saying like it's not going to ruin the game because of like 3 different factors. One being they're going to be just as rare as a bush. You almost never get a bush out of a crate, and honestly, the thing's so useless that when you do get it, you just leave it behind.
So I
So
heard you're gonna have to heal them up at gas stations too.
Really?
Really?
I could be wrong. I didn't read that.
Yeah, I think-
But
I
That
thi-
seems like way too in
that seems like one of them Facebook articles
seems
where
like
somebody.
something
Yeah,
PUBG
I have
might
to look
have,
it up.
but not
Correct me if I'm
Fortnite.
wrong, but I
That-
have to look it up. I'm just saying.
I don't
I've
think so
seen
because
it.
there's nothing else like that other than looting
They
ammo
have
and
to do.
resources.
They're gonna do something to it to where it can't just continuously.
I just,
fly. So
I
you're
think
gonna
it's
have to
gonna.
do something.
I
where
think it's gonna just like Spelunky. It's gonna be
Like a
timed. It's
recharge
gonna.
or
You're gonna have so much.
Yeah,
so
like
much.
a Farah,
you know.
Farah boost.
Exactly.
some
just like
people are
Farah.
so accurate though; they'll shoot you right out of the sky, and that might deter people from doing it.
And
But
I
some
mean-
people like me
Here's
who
the-
struggle with the game sometimes. They come at me with a jetpack.
Here's the other thing too. I mean, they already have launch pads which let you get up in the sky, use your glider, and get right up on people. Anyways,
on bitches for shit.
Nah.
so honestly, I don't think jetpack's going to ruin the game. It's going to be so rare. It's going to be so rare in the game that people are going to have it, and I think it's only going to boost you up. a block or two where it's you can get up in a little fort, but if they build so high, then it's useless anyway.
It gets your adrenaline going, man. When you first drop in, somebody's wedging in trying to get in the door with you, but you pick up the gun first and you just blast them.
I will say it is.
There's just moments where it's just like, oh man, like you're just like, oh shit, like it's just so intense. And I went out and bought fucking headphones and shit. You can hear.
It's a video game that actually gets your adrenaline going.
Listen,
it gets intense.
There's fun to
and
be had.
He just hates on it and refuses to play.
I just said that I don't even fucking hate the game.
You do though. You do.
I don't. I just don't enjoy it as much as you guys. You guys don't understand why I'm not fucking addicted to it and paying $25 for random skins.
I can understand. Not even. Hold on.
I did it because I can.
Not even putting
but then
money into the
you're
game.
just playing 18 hours straight. Like, come on, dude. Why don't you love this?
I understand what he's saying because it's the same. It's the same as Overwatch. I don't necessarily hate the game. I just don't enjoy it, so I don't play it. Like I understand exactly, which is where Fortnite is for you.
Pretty much. Which I was just about to say. There's a lot of fun to be had in the game, but the fun is not worth the random bullshit factors that I got. And I fucking hate the building. I'll just go ahead and say that I hate building shit in a shooter because I don't think you should be. It's two separate games trying to play together, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
but
when it doesn't lag when you're playing on Xbox.
Yeah,
exactly.
And dude, come on, tell me you don't fucking hate that shit.
That's tough to build. Yeah, when it's lagging and shit. That bothers me though.
But honestly, it seems like lag is only in certain game types, like the 5-man with or 5 teams with 20 people per team.
I
that
will
game
say
type lags out
that
crazy.
piqued my interest a little bit. I do kind of want to try
it because it's just weird. You know what I mean? You look on the map and you got like Tilted Tower just surrounded with all your guys on the map.
Well, it was like
I was the teams and shit. They're not as focused on just killing you. Everybody you come across ain't fucking shooting at you. You know what I mean? It's just. Good for
and it was like I was saying to you, I've been waiting for that massive team deathmatch type game with a huge 60 versus 60 man team with a giant.
They actually had on PC. They did have for one time because they only do when they do.
Well, there's been a couple, but they've all failed.
Yeah. They just do them for like a week or two, right? Usually
they only do them for so long because they have a different game type like every month. Like last month, it was like all gold where you could jump in and every gun that spawned was only gold guns.
Yeah, that was.
But now it's
solid gold.
Solid gold exactly. On PC though, they actually did have legit 50 versus 50 man teams.
Really?
That would be crazy, but at the same time, every game is going to end with 30 versus 2. It's going to end with like crazy team battle.
Probably. But then that sets up. Cool. That also is going to set up them awesome clutch situations where it's us 4 versus a 50 man, and we're set up in a building and we're just tinking people like fucking.
It is. Yeah. There's
like that sets up cool gameplay potential. You know what I mean?
So even the 20 man, just dropping down the fucking from the bus and just literally you're seeing like fucking 20 people over there, 20 people over there, like just like it's legit wars.
Yeah,
I only did one. I think with you, Matt, and we were playing with a couple people, but it was pretty fun because they're all not focused on you and you can get some kills and shit. Like it's interesting when everybody's all moving and sync and shit. All right. It gets intense.
But yeah, to wrap it up, I mean,
all I'm saying, Frank, is you need to start playing a little bit fucking more. That's all.
I mean, if you doesn't here and there, but it's
you
like
gotta hop on with us when we're all.
I feel like I play, like I said, I play fucking 5 to 10 matches, and I feel like I'm just going through the same.
I'll take 5 or 10 matches out of you, especially if we're getting.
Well, hold on. At the same time, is any game different? The last game we played more than 5 to 10 matches a session was Gotham City Imposters. Other than that, nowadays we don't jump on games and play that long. We play like Overwatch. I'll get a game in. You guys will get like a couple games. You know what I mean?
There's plenty of single player games that I can rip for like a 1 hour, 2 hour session.
No, yeah, single player games. Yeah, exactly. You can rip for a lot longer because you're not versing other people in multiplayer match.
Talked about Fortnite enough.
We beat Fortnite into the ground. Let's move. We got other games to talk about.
We've referenced it enough already. Overwatch.
We'll
transition right over.
We referenced Spelunky a lot. Is that worth bringing up?
Nah, we'll get to Spelunky after Overwatch. We can, because that's fucking 5 minutes at most. But who wants to start this? I'll fucking jump into it, I guess. Overwatch came out over a year ago at this point.
Almost 2 by now, I'd say.
I've been playing it pretty much since it came out. Fucking all the competitive seasons.
You bought it when it was a month fucking old, and I was fucking 2 weeks after that. We've been since day one.
Yeah, me and Jonathan have been in the thick of it. Took Dave forever to convince him to hop on it.
Yeah, a little bit longer.
And then he hopped on it and ripped it for a while. And now we're at the point now where I gotta say we're all definitely a little bit fatigued on Overwatch. It's
frustrating.
Because it is frustrating. It's a frustrating game, but it's fucking because the game is such a team-based game.
You can't hate them for it, but it's hard with the people that are playing. It's not about the game. The game could be pretty much flawless, and you see when with the high level play.
Oh yeah, watching this, this is one of the few games that's actually fun to watch high level competitive play.
And that shows you that the game itself is damn near flawless. When you can have competitive play at that level and it'd be fun to watch like that, and it'd be like even like that, to where it's like if a team loses, it's like, man, we fucked up right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's. But when you play with just randoms, I guess when we're stuck in where we're stuck, you know what I mean?
And I think
floating in
Xbox
between platinum and shit.
Xbox is a big problem. I feel like I say it all the time, and obviously we won't really know until we're all fucking ripping on PC.
Yeah,
but
you gotta, if you want to fucking Alienware and you want to rip a lot of games like I want to, you gotta spend a lot of money. But that's for a different day.
that's a different topic
But
of
yeah,
fucking
Overwatch.
discussion.
It's
Dave?
just with the people you play with.
I mean,
Dave is definitely the most.
He's sipping hate right now.
turned his back fully on.
what I was just thinking when you guys actually were talking about until you guys get PCs that are worthy of, running Overwatch. At that point when you get a nice PC, are you going to be ripping such a shitty game as Overwatch?
Overwatch isn't a shitty game.
I hate the game.
Why? How is?
I was just saying when we were talking about
the game
Fortnite,
is
I don't
only
hate the game.
shitty because of the jackasses who play it.
And I've grown a hatred towards the game because of them people.
You can't blame that. You can't fucking blame the game.
You can't
for
blame
that.
it. It's a good game for what it is, but I mean,
We
don't have 6 people that know the game inside out to play. I don't know. It's not enjoyable for me because we don't have 6 good people.
The entire last 2 seasons of Overwatch, for me and pretty much for all of us, has been you hop on, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one.
Just like
You
every
do that
other
about
first-person
4 or 5
shooter game,
times, and
people
you end up lower than when you started because you lose more than you win anyway if you do scrape up a win.
Because Overwatch is just
That's how
out
it's
to dick
been.
you.
That's how it's been, and it's so frustrating.
What it is every other person before they hopped on Overwatch, they were trained to play first-person shooter games to get kills. And then you throw objective-based games where you have to push this point to wherever, or you have to take over this, and people are just going for kills. They're picking the DPS characters.
Yep.
And, I mean,
That's the biggest problem with matchmaking right now. Should we try to break down what's wrong with matchmaking and competitive?
we don't have to break down anything. It boils down to the
it
players.
comes down to certain things that the players do specifically, like always pick fucking DPS characters when they don't know how to play them, and fucking make it so players like us who know how to play DPS characters, who know how to play tanks, who know how to play healers, because we dedicate time to the game to learn all the different roles to play. They pick the DPS, don't know how to play them, and force us to pick tanks and healers, and then the teams just stomp us constantly, because a healer can only do so much. A tank can only do so much. That's the main fucking problem, I think, with the game.
Yeah, if you could hop on this game and play with 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 2 attack characters, I would like my chances with however shitty they were, just based off a team comp. But you can't even get that. It's just the people that play the game either A, don't give a shit, B, don't give a shit, or C, don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, they just don't even...
Should we talk about the mind-boggling experience we had playing the game last night, too?
We play on a team with people that are like literally like 12 and 13-year-old kids.
Probably younger, just children.
That's all that plays it for the most part.
I think that's an Xbox problem, honestly.
They were being straight stooges, just being assholes. They're like bitching at Frank because he's being Lucio, healing for the team. He's like, oh, I'm a Lucio main, I got 200 hours, blah blah. So whatever, Frank ends up switching off. Long story short, we lost the game. Those kids were very fucking lackluster in fucking talent. They pretty much lost the game for me and Frank.
They didn't do anything. They're bitching at me for playing Lucio. I played Lucio for the first round on offense, had 7,000 something healing. I still remember this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, it only happened last night. But fucking, I switch off Lucio because they're bitching the whole fucking time, not playing fucking, just playing like shit.
We ran tank play right there, I think.
And then we played tanks. I played Zarya, and Jonathan played
Roadhog, I think.
Roadhog, and we were fucking doing our part. And by the end of the round, I'm still fucking gold for healing, and I got 2 more gold medals for objective time and fucking something else.
But these little kids that were talking shit and very lackluster, we hop off and we check all of their stats, and they were diamond damn near every season.
Every season they played. And even one season, I'm pretty sure one kid made it up to Masters, and another kid too, I'm pretty sure. I don't understand.
But when we played with them, they were lackluster.
I don't get it. That really, more than anything, I would say that disheartened me on the game. The fact that little fucking children who, when they hop into my team, don't know how to fucking play like diamond players, are ranked higher than me, when I'm fucking gold still because this game wants to constantly dick me every fucking time on my placements. Like, I don't know.
So then it's like
I guess I'm fucking terrible.
So then it
Mind-blowing.
literally funnels you into picking a DPS too. After that, like
Mind-blowing.
you see these kids do it, get high ranks. It's like, oh, do I pick a DPS
That's
and
what
just
it-
not
yeah.
play healer and just be an asshole?
That's really what makes me wonder.
It's a
do
pissing
you
contest
get,
at the beginning of matches. Everybody picks their characters and just like, fuck, I'm not. It's a standoff as to who's not going to pick a healer.
Which it doesn't
literally-
matter. All right. If the team isn't comped out exactly perfectly, but everybody's actually playing their main and they know what the fuck they're doing, I'll take that team over a team that's comping out just because they're comping out and don't know how to play the characters that are on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If everybody knows what they're doing, the team's got a better shot. But it's like people pick characters that they don't know how to play with, or just fucking want to pick a useless Widowmaker or Hanzo and try to snipe the whole time.
It's frustrating.
It's a very
fucking
frustrating game. Dave, any final thoughts that you need to fucking vent
I mean-
about Overwatch?
You guys are just realizing what has made me not like the game. You know,
It's not like we're realizing
Much-
it now. We've
And
known it
we
the whole
fight
time.
with ourselves to cling on to keep playing it
Because the
they
game
come out with new
is fun.
characters and stuff.
Yeah,
you know, it's
the game does everything
all free DLC also.
free.
But, and
everything.
hold on, here's something I just thought about too. And I complain about it all the time, but you guys like say like, oh, it wouldn't work, or like I don't know, whatever. But
It probably wouldn't, Dave.
But
what is it?
why don't they
What
make
is it?
why
He
don't they
doesn't
make
even try to
3-man or 4-man competitive seasons?
Oh, I have to agree with you there. 3-mans, I think, would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because think about it. If you have a 6-man team, you have 2-2-2. If you have a 3-man team, why don't you just go 1 healer, 1 DPS, 1 tank?
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
technically
the
it breaks
maps,
down.
the maps might be a little bit big for it. Would
Then
be
just
the only
break
thing.
break the maps down.
That's
Well,
what I-
they
that's what I
can
think.
make
They
it
did it
work.
for a while.
They would have to do something like
No,
that.
in arcade they do it where it doesn't matter and it doesn't
And it's only
make you
team
want to
D.
play.
And if it would have popped
Exactly.
and if they would have liked it, they probably would have made it an actual thing because they did do the 3.
It would have never, because none of the
But
arcades.
yeah, you couldn't
like,
really
become a
do. I
thing.
don't think you really could do like pushing the points and stuff and like.
They would
like
they would have to
could.
make it like just center
They would-
capture points or something like
or
that.
just straight team day or something. I don't know.
It would work.
Tails,
It would
maybe.
work as a pushing because you'd still have all the
Well,
same
yeah,
roles.
I
It's just how hard can you do them roles?
Well, should we fucking hop on the 3v3 team deathmatch more and try that?
If they still have it.
I hate
Dave
it.
instantly just.
I don't like the
Dave's
game.
giving
It's-
up.
the-
We're
the-
looking to replace him. If you guys are looking.
Yeah,
to
I'm
play
uninstalling the
Overwatch,
game
we
tonight,
can be
guys. They need a
dedicated
replacement.
Nah. Well, should we move on to fucking? Oh, you want to talk about a really bad game though?
Oh,
A really bad game that
What
did
game
get
is Frank
uninstalled
going to blitz?
from a certain person's Xbox.
Oh man.
Elder Scrolls Online.
His favorite game.
I'm
His favorite game.
I am disappointed that we've all wasted $40 on this.
Yeah, I
gentleman.
agree.
I
Because
have to
this,
agree with you there as well.
because Jonathan was the last. Jonathan, you were the last person to cling on to this game for hope. You should talk about it first.
Yeah, it's hard to say if I'm still clinging or not. You know what I mean? But yeah, we all hopped on. Coincidentally enough, fucking Frank convinced me to buy this game.
Because it seemed like it'd be fun.
Him and Dave hopped on. They raced to like level 15. I'm like, shit, man, I'm behind. I got a fucking rip. So I did what I could, you know. And then I started playing, and then bang, both of them. Give up on the game. Basically say it's boring and repetitive, which I agree with.
It
both.
is though.
Basically say the
But that's the worst
interface
part.
and everything, the menus and all the shit is kind of asinine, which I agree with it. You know, everything is kind of just ass.
All right.
The whole
Boring,
problem. It's not.
repetitive.
All right. I'll
Dave,
take a repetitive.
You tell, because you quit on the game before even me. So you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
He quit. before
like
he
you said, it was a
started.
race of 15. We jumped on, and I think honestly, a lot of the enjoyment came out of it is just it being a new game. Really,
Yeah.
it being new and it being an MMORPG. It seemed cool. It was like, oh shit, we're wizards and we're fucking warlocks, and we have
We're all
fucking.
working together to take
Yeah.
down dungeons.
Frank
and
has a sword.
dragons.
I have a staff. I shoot spells. He concentrates on melee. Like I don't know. It just seemed kind of cool. It just seemed cool to begin with, but yeah, it became super repetitive. And honestly, I'll take a repetitive game and even a game that you have to grind because I used to play RuneScape, one of the most repetitive and
What the
grindy games.
grindy of
Real quick,
grinds.
I
Yeah.
think what the most important thing is for me, you hop on the beginning levels, let's say like you did, get to level 15 or whatever, but then all of a sudden, it just throws the dungeons at you. Where okay, now you can just hop into the dungeons with a couple other people. It comps out for you with the healers and stuff like that, and then you play, and it has all the best loot in it. You don't get that type of loot or that rare of loot or that good of loot anywhere else while you're doing these little scurry missions at that level. So you see the dungeons, then you just keep doing the dungeons over and over
That's-
again.
yeah.
Until you get your armor, until you get your shit.
And
you
not
keep
even
selling
that,
it.
the
And then now
experience-
it's to the point where the story mode has been completely eliminated, which I played Skyrim, which was an old game back in the
And
day,
that's all
which is-
about the story
it's based
mode.
off of, which the story mode was fun,
Yeah,
what I mean?
and it's
then
fun
there was
to
dragons,
explore
and there was just,
and
you did story missions that were interesting. You know what I mean?
And you
they
do
were, like,
missions
crazy.
to get cool loot. You know what I mean? There's specific missions for specific loots
they
that you're
just-
trying to get for your build.
They just spoil you with these dungeons that you rip with 4 people online, and you just go through and you just keep doing them and doing them and doing them and doing them.
And the asinine thing about dungeons
ruined the
is
whole game.
if it's just you and your connection's like kind of shaky, I don't know. I don't even know if your connection has anything to do with it. But if it's just one man trying to queue up for a dungeon, takes 30, 45
It
minutes.
does
Maybe
take a
you'll
long
never
ass
get a
time
dungeon.
sometimes.
If you have 2 people, it's real quick. 3 people, real quick. I don't know. It's just the game all around it's just goofy, and
it's just
And
it
that's
really
how-
is, like-
for me, for somebody who likes these RPGs and played Skyrim and stuff like that, and I like
you like
the-
RPGs.
I like the
not
lootings and I like-
MMO RPG
Yeah.
grind.
But that's
your
not
fucking
even.
ass
That's
off.
really not an MMO though.
It is though. It
To a
is.
certain extent, but I'm not, I'm
MMO
not
only
doing-
really means massively multiplayer.
Yeah, they're
online,
there,
so.
but you're pretty much doing your own thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Other than a couple.
The
people in
multiplayer
dungeons.
part isn't part of it, but it's definitely going off that Warcraft kind of mold,
Yeah.
RuneScape kind of mold.
Mhm. But for Skyrim, I like the upgrading your loot and your armors and stuff and making it look cool and stuff like that. And now the armor, you know what I mean? You can dye it just like you could dye everything
This
else.
is the
in
straw
beginning of
that's
the
broken
game.
the camel's
Yeah.
back for me
In the beginning
personally.
of the game, yeah, we discovered you could like dye your armor, make it all red or all blue, or make it look all whatever. And then they have some crazy 30 gig update, which I think half of it is DLC that you got to pay for. And then they have where I didn't notice anything different in the game. And then I went to go change the color of my armor like I've done 100 times, and then bang, now it costs money, in-game money. But they just decided to just make it cost extra gold now because it was free before. Like, I don't know.
So
They're the changes they're making to the game, as bad as it is. That's what they decided to do
yeah,
with their
they've
update.
decided to add something to the game that adds no
Negative, yeah.
fun and makes it so you have to spend your precious gold, which you need for inventory and bank space, on something stupid like dyeing your armor, which for me personally, when I found out I could dye my armor and I could unlock different colors by
Totally
doing
stoked.
different shit, oh my
He was
god, I was so hyped.
He
I
was
was like,
stoked.
dude, I got this badass new blue armor. I'm gonna go collect all the colors and make a sick ass set. Found out that all the missions to collect the colors are fucking impossible and long as fuck to do. So
Yeah, and now, okay, so and it gets to the point where it's like, all right, there's like different styles, you know what I mean? This is kind of new compared to Skyrim, I think, where you can only make Khajiit styles at first, or you can, you know what I mean? You make
you have to have a
styles with something
specific
else.
stone to
Yeah.
make each style.
So all of them, there's a whole shit ton of them, and all of them look different, you know what I mean? They're different styles. They got fucking, some of them look, oh man, that looks badass, you know what I mean? You find out you can make it, but it's not any stronger. So, like the one, you have to be like clothing level 25. You got to have this one tier leveled up 6 times, which is 6 skill points, you know what I mean? Like, and it doesn't make it any stronger. It doesn't make it any better. It doesn't make it. It just makes it look different. That is just ridiculous to me. Like, you're leveling up and grinding, but for like no reason. You know what I mean? Like,
And
why?
not-
That shit looks cool, but it's like, what the fuck? Like, you literally, it takes hours to get your shit up to level 25. Your clothing
and the shit that
for
you're
nothing.
and while you're leveling up your blacksmithing or fucking clothing or whatever the fuck it is, you got to research these specific traits on armor pieces or weapons or whatever. And say the first one you research is an hour. It then starts increasing fucking exponentially on top of that. So the next one will be 2 hours, then 4 hours.
And then it'll just
fucking
take
8.
days.
And
That's
then
it. It'll just
literally
take days.
3 days to research a stupid fucking thing on a piece of armor, which you need to research because when you look up the armor that you want for end game fucking shit, you need 6 traits to fucking craft. I don't know. It's fucking worthless. This game is just grind the game. Does whatever it can to keep you on the game, just fucking pedaling along. Bunch of fucking bullshit DLC that I want you to fucking pay for. Pay to win. It's fucking...
All
Oh yeah,
kinds of
that's the
DLC.
worst part. Actually, that really aggravated me was that the fact that you could pretty much pay to win.
Yeah,
You
well,
could
we're gonna be
literally-
that because listen to this real quick. I before I forget, I don't even think I've mentioned this, but I literally said before, as I'm trying to cling on to this game, I'm like, you know what? I want to try to buy something. I'm gonna try to buy a fucking DLC. I'm gonna try to buy some fucking experience, fucking boost. So I spent $15, 15 big ones. I don't spend money on games that often.
Unless it's
Yeah,
Fortnite.
Yeah, well, I just did that one time recently. It's not me for
Never
it.
gonna happen again.
That's fucking 12 hours fresh, boys. He's still ripping me for that one. But all right, as I was saying, now, so I spent $15 in fucking Elder Scrolls, and you can't buy nothing. Some of them DLCs are like $35.
They are
$40.
expensive.
Like literally, I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy myself a fucking dope ass mount. The mounts are like $25 for like the crazy looking cool
For
ones.
nothing.
So for $15, I got like 5 scrolls that'll give you like a 50% experience boost, and then a couple fucking potions and shit like that. That was it for like $15. Couldn't get any
Fucking
cool DLC. Couldn't get anything for $15.
The game, all in all, yeah, is legit worthless. Like, if I could take back my $40
I
or whatever
wish
I spent
I actually
on it,
have it
I
on
would.
disc, so we could smash it, or I could return it. One of the two.
I would try
Stay
returning
tuned. We
it.
haven't
I mean, if
decided yet.
Smashing it kind of seems like the better
Yes.
option.
We
Torch,
should.
We have a torch.
Torch.
Game's not on me.
We have
but-
multiple ways.
Stay
to destroy
tuned.
that.
Potentially, maybe an Elder Scrolls
Best of
disc
the worst.
And I was hoping.
Video.
I was hoping
Best
for
of
that
the worst
game back.
style?
destruction video.
If somebody tells me right now there's a dragon in it, maybe I'll finish it. To level
Yeah,
50.
There's not,
fucking
though.
dragon.
There's
level
nothing.
40 I'm like level 43 or something, and I haven't seen a dragon once.
Alright.
And I haven't gotten any legendary shit. It caps at 50. I'm level 43. I wanted to enjoy some orange. I want
Right.
some legendaries. Nothing's more satisfying to me in an RPG when you get some legendary shit.
Legendary
That's how I roll.
shouldn't be based off how high a level you are. It should be based off fucking specific, like, drop rarity. You know what I mean?
That's what
You
most
should have the
legendary.
same-
That's why it's called legendary
Yeah.
most of the time.
Because you have a chance to get that piece of sword or armor in a fucking chest you would normally pick up a regular piece of armor in. That's how it should
Hold on,
be.
something I
not
just-
capped by level. which is
Another
how
thing
this
I
game
just
is.
thought of before I forget this is what was so gay is when you would trade something to somebody. I would trade you an armor piece that did, did 1,000 damage or whatever, or a weapon, whatever. And when I would trade it to another person, they would get it and say, "Oh, wait, are you sure you gave me a one that did 1,000
Yeah.
damage?" It would be different damage after I'd get done the trade, like based on who the player
Yeah,
was.
and if you do a dungeon
oh
with
my
these
God,
four
I hate
people, you
this.
can only trade the loot with those four people. Even if the person you're trying to trade with is the same exact level and has done that dungeon before and has some of the loot, like it makes it to where it's restricted to where you can only trade it to
Yeah,
them. Like
it's-
the interface of the game, the menus and stuff like that. Now the PvP is a whole different aspect of the game,
Which
they have told you nothing about. It's hard to look shit up. It's hard to find shit in the game. It's just asinine setup.
You
I mean,
can't
it could
find
be easy, but
anything
it could be
because
not.
nobody plays
Game's
the game
not
and wants to
worth
post
a try.
videos of it.
That's-
All you get is negative hate reviews on it.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls has failed miserably. I mean, I clung on to it all the way to level 43, and I haven't hopped on probably now in about a week. What?
Which to fucking brush past the PvP real quick. I tried it, and I could, like Jonathan said, you can't fucking figure anything out in this fucking game because it does not even
You
try.
hop on here, you can't go here. You got to be here to go here. Then you can't go here from here.
It doesn't even try to explain itself. Like, it's so
asinine.
fucking asinine. And like Dave said, when you look up a fucking video, it's either fucking somebody posting a fucking hate review of it, or it's a video from 10 updates ago, and it doesn't have any relevance to what the fuck you're trying to learn now. And it's just... And how about the fact that fucking... Speaking of PvP, even if we wanted to play PvP right now, all three of us can't fucking play together.
Gotta
Because
spend $15.
yeah, because for some reason they decided, oh, it'll be fun to have it to where the races are part of their each individual little faction or whatever.
Well, this is a game
Which
series.
wasn't
Like
part
they
of
release
Skyrim.
multiple series, Elder Scrolls, don't they?
Yeah, but that was not part of Skyrim.
Is this their final series where they said, you know what, let's milk the players for one last time?
This doesn't even feel like Skyrim in a way, right? It feels like somebody took the assets and like the models or whatever the fuck they are, the art assets from Skyrim and fucking Oblivion, and put it into an MMO and just decided to crank it out. You know what I mean? It doesn't have that same. It
They
doesn't
just-
feel like a Fallout or a fucking Skyrim.
They spoon feed everything to you. You know what I mean? When you do these dungeons, you got four people tinking away at them and stuff. You know what I mean? Where it's like you die, you use your stone, you get res right back up, and then you're all getting the same loot, or it's loot you're not trying to use, and it's weird. It's not. Like you said, it's not as, like, I don't know. It's just weird. You're looting it's all congested because you got people looting that are level 38 and you're level 31, or, you know what I mean? You find a chest here, they hit it, or it has a sword in it, or that's not as strong as it would have been in the other dungeon. It's just
It's so asinine. It's just grind.
but it's not even worth grinding.
Yeah.
And we
You're
haven't even
grinding
really
for
played the
grinding
PvP
to
that much.
grind.
But PvP seems like, and even when you duel another player, it takes forever to kill each other because your health
That-
Not even
regenerates
legit
quicker.
dueling. They change it in the middle. Like you go to duel, and they change like the hit marks or how much it does. And
Yeah, it's
something
like
makes
it's
it to
so
where you
weird.
can't
So
beat 'em.
so I've never even played PvP, but so
The
what I'm
dueling
basing
and
is
PvP seem completely
what
different,
I'm
though.
basing
better.
what I think PvP boils down to is the fact that if you have a 2v1, the two is obviously just going to
Oh,
win.
that's what
That's
happened
all
to
it's
me.
going to come down to. I think it's
I
who
went
has
in-
more players on
I
what
went
side.
into PvP and just rode my horse until I found somebody and went to fight him, and it was just 3 people just ganked me in fucking
Yeah, that's all.
seconds.
That's all I think PvP boils down to is
Alright.
how many.
But have we fucking...
We've talked enough about
we
this.
beat
game,
this
yeah.
Elder
fucking piece of
Scrolls.
shit
Don't buy
into
it.
the ground.
Don't. If you did buy it, trash it. Delete it. Delete whatever you gotta do.
Alright, last game... Or maybe not the last game, but the last major game that's probably going to take up a fucking full segment is... C of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves.
Dave, you have
Long
played
awaited.
the beta.
Yeah, just 16 hours ago. we're
Which
playing the beta.
should we talk about the fact that I guess this is a closed beta, and when I went to go down, Dave, ooh, excuse me, fucking just attacked the mic right there too. When
Bless
Dave went to download, he downloaded it last night, right?
Yep.
Played it, blah blah blah. I didn't. I waited till this morning to go download it. Couldn't fucking download it. No option to download it. Jonathan checked, same fucking thing. Luckily, though, Jonathan pre-ordered the game at GameStop, and on the fucking receipt thing, he had a code.
Little
to join
promo
the-
code for some DLC.
He had a code
some
to join the
clothes
beta.
and shit, and it said a chance to play the final beta of Sea of Thieves. And it's popped up and it said I could download it, but then I didn't even really try. I was gonna wait till later to download it, but maybe it'll let us, maybe it's not. But I think it's closed because Dave tried playing earlier and he said it was.
I tried playing, just an hour ago.
You got a couple hours in, Dave.
Yep.
So you got those couple hours in. You got out there. You got it on the ship and everything. man.
Let's
Yeah.
hear
What did you think about it?
your first impressions.
First impressions, I jumped on one of the smaller ships. I didn't actually even remember what the big one was called, the Gallo, or I don't remember the
Galley,
name.
probably, or something.
I forget the names, but we jumped on the 2-man ship that has one cannon on each side, I believe, and it's the real easy one to operate. Right when we jumped on, I got 3 different voyages. Didn't really know. I don't know. It didn't explain anything to you, but you don't really need much explaining. Left and right bumpers are like select items. You can pull out your compass, your shovel, whatever you want. So, long story short, we get on our ship. You go down to the captain's quarter and you can propose a voyage, and then as long as your other teammate agrees on that, that's your quest. And then it gives you a little treasure map where once you get your treasure map in your inventory, you have to look at that, look at your map in the captain's quarter, and you have to find this little island. It'll shape out an island, show you what it looks like, and you have to kind of like determine which island that is on the map. And then one guy kind of hangs down bottom and says, "Oh, go southwest, go south,
so you have
whatever."
like a navigator and
And
an
a
actual
captain, yeah.
captain.
And of course, your navigator normally is going to hit the sails and do all that kind of
on
stuff.
the 2-man ship.
Also, whenever you're on your main island getting your voyages, you normally want to stock up on like planks, bananas, cannonballs. You want to get your essentials so when you're out at sea, you can fight other people. Cannonballs are, that's a given. You load them in the cannon, shoot them.
Shoot yourself through the cannon.
You can shoot yourself through the cannons. I never did that yet.
seems
We
like
should
a really
actually.
cool- You guys didn't even do
we
that.
didn't get a
seems like
chance
the
to.
first thing
Oh
I'm
my-
going to try. The
Right?
second I get into that game,
What
I will
the
be
f-
shot
All
out
right,
of
let me first even go off with saying.
Did you kill anybody with a gun? How's
Yeah,
the gun
yeah,
play?
we killed-
Were you? What?
Yeah. We don't need
Let
to
me-
go step by step through every individual.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want
to
to.
transition from ship to ship. Did you fucking roll up on somebody?
Yeah, we jumped on another ship.
Oh,
Let me
shit.
first say, even coordinating the smaller ship is hard. You have to determine how far away from everything, and you have to actually, you can oversteer where if you turn it all the way to one side, you're going to make, a full 180. I don't know, just being the captain of a ship is a little bit hard
You
to
got
navigate a
to
ship.
drift it, man. You
Yeah,
gotta drift
yeah,
it.
we crashed into a rock once. We were able to save it, shovel buckets, all that kind of stuff. But all right, the gunfights. I don't really enjoy the gunfights. I mean, Frank was making the point that it's a pirate game, so the guns shouldn't be
Yeah.
accurate. They
This
should
is
be
old
clunky.
ass fucking shitty fucking
But
guns.
I feel like
it should
just-
be more about sword fighting, honestly. And
It should be.
cannons.
I obviously watched a lot of reviews, and I didn't get too much sword play. I only killed a couple skeletons with the sword. It seemed cool. You can do like a lunged attack or just quick slashes, and you can
So
do.
there are different. It's not just slash.
It's
You
just
got
only
very-
two difference. You can hold the trigger for a
Well,
lunge.
that's
Power
better
attack.
than nothing.
Yeah, no, it's cool. They
I
added
feel
that.
like if I hopped on a 2-man ship, my strat would be to find a battle that's already been going on and just try to sneak up in the ship, take
But-
some loot, work my magic, and
And
get the
just-
fuck
That's
out of
what
there.
that's what you plan on doing, but that's not what it is. It's like you normally.
Did you guys get into a bigger ship, or was the 2-man all? you
Yeah, we
rolled?
got into a bigger ship later on.
And what,
Hardest
you- can you-
hardest ship to operate.
Can you just join them with people like random in the lobbies? Like if you go and sign
You
in,
can
like, all right,
find
I
your-
wanna go
yeah.
on an 8-man ship, and we only got 3 people. Will it fill?
Yeah, you can fill. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
it'll
it'll
do
just
that.
give us some randoms. All right.
Which is cool.
We
You
can-
can jump in the 2-man. Just you and another guy can jump in, randoms, whatever.
Test
Where, I
out
mean,
the
most
big
of the time, just like every other game, you're going to jump in. They probably don't have a mic. Probably aren't going to work together. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
know.
Well, that's Xbox. I
yeah,
feel
you normally
like,
just want to
honestly.
play with your friends. Is what it's going to boil down to this game. The
So-
gunfights were cool. But the only thing I didn't like is I felt that like the hit detection, and even for the swords, it felt like a little bit clunky. Just the detection.
It
of
is the
how everything
beta,
shot.
so
Yeah.
I will. You got to cut the game a little bit of slack for just being in the beta. This probably not technically the full game.
all in all, just how realistic it is, and I mean it's a cartoon looking game. Just how realistic it is, like. I was playing with a buddy last night, and he saw some like or just some birds flocking in an area or something, and he said, "Hey, that might be a shipwreck or a ship going down." So he kind of sailed that area, and it was the ass end of a ship going down, just
That's
sinking.
pretty sick.
We got to explore it, go down, and steal some loot off of it.
I was watching a little bit of that. It was cool watching Dave fucking the water physics in this game.
Dude,
He really the water in this game.
The waves are the most realistic looking waves of any game I've ever seen.
I was just watching footage of that fucking just a couple
like
clips
just
of
sailing your ship through a little storm. It's I don't know. It's like it lived up to what I thought it was going to be. The bait. I mean, my one thing that I'm probably going I guess is a complaint is I don't know how long this is going to keep everybody playing for. Is just the fact that you can buy new skins and make your pirate look cooler, and I don't know. I don't know how fun sailing around, digging up treasure, fighting other ships. How fun that's going to be.
How long it's going to last.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think it's worth everybody, all us getting and hopping on right away when
It's
it
hard
comes
to say
out?
because it's a full $60 game too.
I think, honestly, right off the get-go, I think we should be file sharing this game. I think we should all split it between 4 people and spend $15 for this game. Because I'm not even going to lie, last night, I don't know if it was I played too many video games.
You were playing games for hours.
I might have been just fatigued, but I kind of got bored of the game a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if it was just cruising on a ship for too long, but I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't.
I don't know. I think it's gonna hold. If there's like cool missions to do, maybe. I mean, going out and getting loot, or going out and treasure hunting, and you got to go to this place where there might be like just computer pirates or something, or like you go to a town. You know what I mean? There's like enemies.
Well, the only opposite things you can attack
maybe I'm not sure.
The only NPCs that there are skeletons, some type of boss on a skeleton island, which I'm assuming is a skeleton boss, and supposedly you can fight, or actually not supposedly, it's confirmed that
the Kraken?
The Kraken.
The Kraken. But yeah, that's I don't know. If I'm disappointed to hear that there's only skeletons in the game, but if that's only what's in the beta, maybe there will be more in the final game.
Yeah,
but I
if they're relying on too much of the actual players, I think they're not going to have a lot of the NPCs in a story mode and shit. That's what I want. I want a story mode where it's going to be missions and shit we can do.
Mm-hmm. I want the actual pirate. Like the PvP and shit, I want that to be in the background. You know what I mean? I want us to be on a pirate adventure with other pirates out in the world. You know what I mean? I don't want to be the focus. Here's a ship, go fight the other pirates out in the world.
Bringing cargo from here to here, or fucking going here to pick somebody up, or bounty or something.
But that's the thing. From the beta, that's what it seemed like. So I mean, I think you will like it because
that'll be fun.
We only got into one fight last night.
All right. Well, that, like you said, how long will that last? Yeah. That's all comes down to. Are the missions varied? Like, are the missions different enough from each other
diverse
to where
enough?
Where it feels?
There's only 3 types of really guns and the ammunition that goes into the barrels. Like, what really can be upgraded?
I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about what am I fighting? If I'm only fighting fucking skeletons and other pirates or some shit, then that shit's gonna get boring. If I'm fighting skeletons, or you go to one island and you gotta fight like some natives or something like that, or you go to this place and you gotta fight ghost pirates, like I want a good mix up of enemies. I want a good mix. You gotta have a good mix of shit to do and people to fight. If for this game to last,
the one thing that I did like about it is
I don't think so.
The one thing I did like about it is the fact that it doesn't give you all the guns right off the get. You have to actually do some missions or get some gold, and you have to buy the sniper rifle and I forget what the sniper was actually called, and then the blunderbuss was the shotgun. You also have to buy that.
So there's a sense of progression too.
Exactly.
That's what the pistol.
You have the pistol and the sword right off the get-go. That's all you have, and then you can buy the shotgun and the sniper rifle. That's the only 2 things you can buy to upgrade your character.
Man, you take the fucking captain out from across the seas.
Exactly. Now,
you gotta be a good shot, probably.
You shoot your homies in on fucking
cannons, but now you were saying something about ammo. I like how they did the ammo a lot. All you do is you go to the captain's quarter, and it's unlimited. No, it's unlimited. You just tap the box and you reset.
It's all on you to make sure you have your own.
Exactly. Like
ammo.
Before you go on the island, you stock up your 15 shots as long as you have 3 weapons, and you have your sword, of course. Yeah, I think it's cool. I don't know.
All in all, we're looking forward to it, and I'm sure we're gonna be posting videos of it. So
yeah, we're gonna try it, man. We're gonna hop on like 4-man, maybe if we get more 5-man, see what we can do.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out recording. That's gonna be its own fucking task in itself.
I think it'll be fun.
So we covered Sea of Thieves pretty well.
Covered a bunch of games. Some good games.
The only other games that we've been playing, fucking Dave, you play Spelunky, obviously. Fucking.
We could dive into that a little.
If you
bit.
want to talk about it a little bit, go
it's
ahead.
it's a real simple game, like Frank said.
Right?
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
Spelunky.
Like Frank said, it's a simple game. If you die, it's your fault. You just run through. There's different little NPCs you can kill: bats, spiders, little humans, scorpions, whatever. And then there's spikes on the ground. And your whole key is to just make it down the level, get to the next doorway, make it through 15 levels, and beat the boss. And then you can go to hell, which is an
That's its
additional
own
4
side
levels, I
thing.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's all it is. Just it's
A quick little roguelike kind of game. Start at permadeath. You die once, you go back to the beginning. Very old school kind of game.
Yeah, you do like 4 levels in like the forest, and then like 4 levels in like the ice world or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like different types.
That's
of
what I'm.
enemies and stuff. and
That
then
goes
to the-
back to what I was saying too about that game does a good job of mixing shit up.
And the
you know what I mean?
NPCs change slightly as you go through levels.
And it's like kind of like a Mario aspect, where it's like one false move and you're down a hole, you're dead, or you hit this spot.
You got to be
this
precise with
spike,
your
and-
platforming.
Yeah, it's hard. You know what I mean?
Now, hold on. I was actually thinking whenever you guys were making the debate between Spelunky and Fortnite.
Well, I
and-
was just making a comparison.
the
or
only
the
thing
comparison.
I was saying is just the
no. But here's what I was saying. When we were talking about when you die, it's your fault. There are the very, very slight scenarios where you get a dark level and there's an arrow trap that you don't see coming on.
Yeah.
So technically, you could die.
Yeah,
from,
but
like-
that's you could argue too that that's on the player to be fucking extra cautious.
Exactly,
But
no.
it's like that's the exception to the rule.
But like,
with
yeah,
that game.
when
That's-
Yeah.
it's very, very, very
There's
slight
plenty
times
of
you die
bullshit
from
aspects
bullshit.
that happen, or just I can't
Yeah.
stop. You could fucking play 100 times in a row and just die on the first fucking caves, man. Well, at least I can. 'Cause I'm not that good in the game. You
Oh,
gotta
no,
fucking
it's a
put
good-
100 hours into the game just so you can actually be able to get to the fucking ice levels sufficiently. You know what I mean?
They
And then you
also
got
do
2
have
more after that.
they also have the multiplayer feature where you can play up to 4 people of your
Where
friends.
Yeah.
versus.
You're clusterfuck
which is
on
fun.
The, map,
the
and you just got
the
dead down
co-op,
here.
and then they have the actual versus.
Oh yeah, the
mode.
co-op. Okay, I've never even played co-op either.
Yeah, the co-op is way more chaotic.
Oh, you're just,
it's impossible almost
co-op is fucking
because you're
the
just
screen's gonna
whipping
go so
each other
far
and
apart
shit.
Yeah.
And,
shit.
yeah,
it's
it's
chaos.
fucked. But yeah, Spelunky. I've been playing fucking Assassin's Creed Origins, which is fucking great. Fucking Assassin's Creed game with fun combat in ancient Egypt. What else could you fucking want? Ghost Recon Wildlands, which I'm convincing Jonathan because
You're gonna have to download it.
we just started doing game share with our 2 Xboxes, so I'm gonna try to get Jonathan to download that, and then maybe we'll even post some videos of us playing that co-op because
There's a couple games. So
that's been fun so far. But it's definitely getting to the point now where it's like the bases and the guys are getting really, really fucking big. So it would
Yeah,
be nice
that's
to have
good.
some homeboys. What else have I been playing? Crusader Kings 2, which is fucking zero interest from these two. As far as that game
What
goes.
one was that?
That's the fucking game with the kings and shit.
Oh, okay.
strategy game.
We've been checking it out a little bit, but not personally.
Dave-
Actually.
There definitely is.
Dave's watched me play it a little bit, but that's as far as he's gone
Yeah,
as far
not
as checking
actually.
it out.
We're definitely gonna want to get a couple of the games we like to play on video. Get a couple
And
videos
just
out of
old
us just
school-
playing some good games and stuff.
Old school games that we love to play with
Yeah.
kids too. But yeah, so that pretty much covers the gaming topic. Fucking I guess we can jump in the fucking just brush over some wrestling real quick. This weekend the New Japan Cup started up. Fucking run through some of the matches that already happened. Fucking Friday, Juice Robinson beat Yujiro Takahashi in a fucking really good match. And Michael Elgin beat Ishii in a fucking awesome match of just 2 big fuckers just beating the shit out of each
Ishii?
other.
I don't
Ishii.
think I've heard of any of these guys.
Tomohiro Ishii. You might have seen him before. But fucking Michael Elgin won that with a burning hammer. The next night was not as good. You had Bad Luck Fale beat Lance Archer, which in a match that I barely paid attention to because I didn't care about.
Snoozer.
It's just 2 guys that I don't really care about. Bad Luck Fale is a big fat dude who's like, he's whatever. But and the main event was Tanahashi beating Taichi, and from what I wasn't paying attention too much to that match either. We had to leave and fucking go get our mixer in the fucking middle of that match when I was watching it.
Make
Anyway.
a track for that.
So yeah, that match was whatever, but it was a Taichi match. So what do you expect? Even though he's been better, and the match that happened today or last night, I guess technically that I watched this morning, Kota Ibushi beat Yoshihashi in a fucking great match. Kota Ibushi's fucking crazy. Did a fucking moonsault off the balcony. Then after that, they go into the ring and have a fucking crazy striking exchange. Fucking the last 5 minutes of that match are really good. Just near fall after near fall. And the main event of that night was Zack Sabre Jr., who beat Naito by submission in a fucking great match. The submission that he beat him with, too, was like a fucking Eddie Bravo style, like electric chair, fucking like leg stretching.
Super jiu-jitsu.
He brought out some legit submissions against Naito in that match, so that's another good match. And the last match in the first round of that tournament, or last matches, are Toru Yano versus Davey Boy Smith Jr. and my boy Chuck Taylor versus Sonata, who Chuck Taylor did commentary on the first night too, by the way, which is cool. Yeah.
From the Best Friends or whatever?
Yeah, which he usually does PWG commentary, so you could definitely tell that he was trying not to make a bunch of dumbass jokes, too, like he normally would on PWG.
Yeah.
So that's New Japan Cup, and that's ending. The finals for that are on March 21st, and that started up this weekend. And WWE has Fastlane tonight, and the main event of that for the WWE title is AJ versus Cena versus Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, which Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn finally fucking turned on each other.
No, did they really?
Oh my god,
it was going so well.
I know it was. Well, Sami decided that he's
going back to being a babyface.
I guess.
Oh wow, he's just so. Oh man.
I don't know. They didn't really turn him babyface. He stayed kind of
yeah,
heelish.
That's what they're gonna do.
But he turned on Kevin.
He's gonna find Jesus. And
He's gonna find Jesus.
He's gonna give Kevin an ass
listen,
whooping, a nice religious
if
ass
it's
whooping.
building to a WrestleMania match of Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn, I don't care.
We've seen him wrestle 100 times.
Seen him wrestle 100 times, and it's better than all the other shit that happens.
Let him wrestle fucking Ronda Rousey, bro. That'll be the match.
Well, all right, we're getting to that.
Spoiler alert.
And the last two people in that match are Dolph Ziggler and Baron Von Baron, fucking Baron Corbin, as Jonathan said. So the other WWE news that Dave would actually probably want to talk about are fucking. Well, first we should talk about Ronda Rousey.
Oh yeah, the failed MMA fighter Ronda Rousey. All bark, no bite, Ronda.
All bark, no bite, Ronda, except her bark, aka her mic work is terrible.
I was over here, I believe it was Monday for a Raw, where I saw a little promo with Ronda, Steph McMahon, Triple H,
and
Kurt Angle. I felt so awkward and uncomfortable, and I felt bad for them, honestly. Like, it was so just terrible. Ronda
I had to show Jonathan good WWE promos afterwards just to show him why I watched wrestling.
It was bad on national television. It was so fucking awkward and terrible, and it was just hard to watch, man.
It's
like, ruining kayfabe.
What's weird
so
is that it is, for us, it is terrible. I think it's terrible, but the people in the stands are fucking eating it up.
Yeah,
and Dave Meltzer even thinks it's good, which I don't know. I will say they're pushing ahead the storyline that they want to push ahead.
And I don't know how Steph McMahon's going to wrestle at WrestleMania with them.
Because that's what the match that
them big ass titties going to be going everywhere. I don't know how she's going to do.
They're building to fucking Triple H tagging with Steph versus Ronda tagging with Kurt for WrestleMania. Dave, thoughts?
Watch me.
I mean, doesn't surprise me.
Dave has zero thoughts on the situation.
Dave's like, go Ronda.
No. I mean, what's she gonna do after,
Well, she's apparently signed on to a full-time contract, and she's going to be on every Raw leading up to WrestleMania.
She almost killed Steph. Bad bump, remember? I mean, that to me,
she fucked up Steph on that Samoan drop. She
should have just hip tossed her. That would have been the safest way to do it.
That was revenge, though.
And dropped that bitch, man.
Steph slapped the shit out of her at fucking Royal Rumble.
I don't think Ronda even has control of everything enough to do that on purpose. I think she fucked up and did that.
Yeah, she's definitely probably going to be green.
She's strong. Wrestlers have that different kind of, so they don't hurt motherfuckers. That's like their whole mission, you know what I mean? She just dropped that bitch.
Yeah.
Hip tosses are going to be her thing. They're fast, they look good, they're real. And you know what I mean?
She did it at the WrestleMania that she showed.
They don't want to overdo it, but she's going to be finishing motherfuckers in arm bars.
That's going to be hip toss and arm bars is going to be her finisher.
Anytime she's on the mic, man, it's like nails on a chalkboard.
She sucks on the mic.
It's ruined.
Mark my words, people. They need to stick her with Paul Heyman, or she will fail because she sucks on the mic.
Yeah, she's going to fail.
So, the other quick WWE news is that potentially moving to Fox, because Fox might end up dropping UFC. And there's rumors, even if they don't drop UFC, that they're interested in picking up WWE because they want to focus on more sporting live content, I guess. Because they just sold a bunch of shit to Disney. Like, this was months ago at this point. But
And I guess really the only thing that could change maybe would be like the times or something. Maybe.
Well, that's the big.
What else can really make a difference?
Well, if Raw moves to Fox, they have to cut it down to 2 hours, which is good. So if
Yeah.
it does move to Fox, it's the best thing that's ever happened to
man,
fucking
yeah.
wrestling fans.
Yeah, that is true.
And then SmackDown would end up moving to FS1, which it would drop in viewers, but the viewers that they would gain in Raw would make up for the difference pretty much. Dave, thoughts?
No, I don't have any.
All right.
I mean, actually, no. The fact that it's going to be cut down from 3 hours, that's,
Yeah,
that'd
that's
be
like
good.
Definitely.
That's a plus right
yeah,
there. Because
way more
it's-
watchable show.
It's unwatchable. It's so fucking long.
Other sporting news.
Oh, Christ. Let me stop you right there.
What?
I have recently come across something I believe should be illegal. The Philadelphia Eagles have signed Michael fucking Bennett from the
Oh, well, I was
Seattle
just about to
Seahawks.
get into this.
Well,
I'm
going to
go into this
any
in
longer.
deep detail,
I
Jonathan.
couldn't wait any longer. I want to say, how the fuck is it possible
Super
that
Bowl
the Super Bowl champion
Super Bowl champion Eagles.
Eagles
Did you
acquire
hear?
Michael Bennett? Michael Bennett is top notch. He's like good as hell.
All right.
How did they even pull it off? How do they time out? That should be illegal. Throw the flag. Something's
Flag.
going on. They're cheating. Everybody's worried about the Patriots.
The Patriots were gonna get him, but they already
They deserved them.
They are. Oh, now they deserved him.
Patriots boys.
There
man.
was a deal. What happened was Seattle made a deal with the Eagles, and then like before the deal was technically done or whatever, I think Patriots made an offer for even better fucking draft picks. But since they already had made the deal with the Eagles, they didn't want to go back on their word, and they had to continue with the deal. So they could have got more for Michael Bennett than they did, but they didn't want to look like jackasses.
Yeah, Michael Bennett's good, man.
I was just about to cover NFL trades, and I got a detailed list of all the fucking trades that I could find in my quick research in the last 5 minutes before recording this. So, Jonathan, I'm sure you'll give. Dave, I'm sure, has pressing thoughts on this.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so first one up, Jarvis Landry. This is pretty recent, too, I think. Just went to the Browns. Tyrod Taylor from the Bills, also to the Browns.
They got a quarterback.
Well, they traded their old quarterback, DeShone Kizer, to Green Bay for Demarius Randall, who's a cornerback.
Cornerback, right?
Cornerback.
Okay.
So Green Bay picked up DeShone Kizer, which is kind of interesting. That makes you wonder, how much more years do they see in Aaron Rodgers?
Nah, I think that means more. They didn't like what they saw in their backup while Aaron Rodgers was out, so maybe they got a little nervous.
That's definitely a big factor, because who
they're
they
kinda
have?
nervous.
Brett Hundley?
Hundley, yeah. So he had a couple games where he threw for like 400 plus yards, but then he would have games where
Yeah.
he threw like 4 or 5 interceptions. Very inconsistent.
All right, so continuing down the list, Aqib Talib
Good cornerback.
went to the Rams.
Ooh,
That's
Rams are
big.
already good. That's a big improvement to an already good team.
Mm-hmm. But the Rams had to cut I think he's a linebacker, Alec Ogletree, and he just went to the Giants.
He's a veteran. He's pretty good with the Giants.
And like you said before, Michael Bennett to the Eagles.
Michael Bennett to the Eagles. No, I got it. We'll save it. Hold on, go ahead.
And we also just traded Torrey Smith for Daryl Worley from Carolina, who's a cornerback. And we also got Vinnie Curry and Nigel Bradham, Nick Foles. We got a lot of other players that are potentially coming
Yeah, the
up.
Eagles have
Jordan Matthews. A lot of potential players that we're going to lose.
And
And the last one on this list that I have is, this just came out today. Richard Sherman just went to the 49ers.
yeah, I see now with Jimmy
That's the last on the
Jimmy
list.
Garoppolo. And also other breaking news, not trade news, but still news. A recent video of Odell Beckham Jr. out at a hotel with a blunt in his hand with some sort of stripper.
Whoa!
With some sort of stripper next to him.
Dave, thoughts?
Blowing lines and
Don't
shit.
surprise
like,
me,
all
dude.
G'd up. Odell Beckham.
25 years old, living life, dude.
He's got some splaining to do, man. He's going to get in trouble. This
Yeah,
just
not
came out.
good
I saw
for the
the
old
video.
public image.
That motherfucker, he's so sad. I don't even think
He's
he gives
sitting
a
there with
fuck,
pizza.
honestly.
He's
I don't
like
think he gives a
he's
fuck.
Hotel. He's got pizza, a blunt, and he's got like a little stripper joint. And they like freeze framed it. It's like a 4-second video. They freeze frame it though, and she's got like a CD with like
Oh,
lines all set
shit.
up.
Oh,
So yeah, he's gonna have some
shit.
explaining to do. Hopefully they fire his ass and Cowboys scoop his coke sniffing ass right up.
So-
we need some hands, man.
Well,
Because
some
Des
other-
Bryant, who knows what's gonna be going on with him.
Just to quickly run down some other players that I've seen are fucking still got places to go and people to see. Kirk Cousins, DeMarco Murray, your old boy. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie just got
DeMarco
released from the
Murray
fucking
got-
Giants. Allen Robinson from the Jags. Tavon Austin. Jonathan Stewart from Carolina. And Martellus Bennett from the fucking
I think
Patriots.
the Eagles want to try to get Bennett because he's related to Michael.
Well, they're getting rid of... They're probably losing Trey Burton and...
Yeah.
I want to say... I don't know. There was somebody else that I think they were losing to. Trey Burton, definitely, I think they're going to end up losing. But yeah.
The football season's going to be interesting, man. The Rams,
They're
they
gonna
improved
be
a little
contenders.
bit, but the 49ers, too, though, man. The 49ers,
They're building the
Jimmy
team.
Garoppolo came in and he won like 6-0 for that team towards the end. So he showed that he's got potential.
And you see the Browns are making moves,
Yeah.
too. I mean, it's
See,
always
the thing
good.
Is, now watch, I seen a video. There's this one guy, Colin Cowherd, I think his name is.
Yeah,
always
he's
coming up
works
on,
for
like,
Fox, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
he's always coming up on my news. I'm always watching this shit. He's a pretty smart guy. But he was saying how what were we talking about?
Who were we just talking about?
Yeah, who were we just talking about?
Martellus Bennett, then fucking the Browns.
We were talking about the Browns. Colin Cowherd was saying how the Browns were talking about taking Saquon Barkley. Big, he's a running back in the draft who he had a big day in the combine. People
Right.
are going crazy
Oh
about
yeah,
him.
the combine has
And
been
yeah,
happening
he
too.
was Colin Cowherd was dissing on how like, oh man, if you don't have a quarterback, you can't take him in the first round. Blah 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 blah. But now I guess them trading for, you said Tyrod Taylor was who?
Yeah,
went to the Browns?
Tyrod. Mm-hmm.
That could mean that they don't want to take a quarterback in the first round. They really want that running back. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If they took Tyrod Taylor, he's a decent quarterback.
I've
Who
heard,
knows? The Browns are making moves. You know what I mean? And who knows?
and I've heard
I
that
feel like there's a lot of holes on
in this
defense.
upcoming week, there's going to be even more big name
Oh, I
trades
bet.
and shit
all
like
the way
that
up into
coming
the
up.
season, man.
So-
this year seems like it's gonna be a lot of trades popping off.
Last sporting news, and then we'll get to subjects that Dave might actually have some words on. John Jones, you might even have words on this. I don't know, but fucking John Jones, he had his hearing in front of the athletic commission, and his defense was, I would never use steroids. That's what he gave him.
Good enough for me.
Good enough for me.
Let him fight Danny Corm
Well,
again.
it wasn't good enough for them because they revoked his license.
Oh,
But there's still people in UFC who are apparently...
My man Johnny Bones has let me down for years. I've had faith in that motherfucker, man. I really like Johnny Bones Jones, man. He was one of my favorite fighters, man. He's so good, but he can't get his head out of his ass. He's always just doing dumb shit. Arrested, failed. Arrested, failed.
hitting pregnant bitches
it
with your
don't
car.
matter,
Dude, when you give
give
somebody
someone
that kind of
chances.
money, I mean,
Yup.
you know, and you're young,
He is
it's
too.
hit or
He's young.
miss. Some people do it, some people put it in the
It's a
bank.
shame,
I don't
man.
know.
He's such a good fighter, man. Because it's like Danny Corm, man. Danny Corm, he's got all that talent, but he's got his head on straight. You know what I mean? Like he's an Olympic wrestler. And,
Like, the only
he's-
person he can't beat is John Jones.
Yeah.
Which shows you how good John Jones
Because
is.
if they were both in, it seemed like if Johnny Bones Jones was always fighting, that would have been such a better like trilogy. You know, they fought twice now, or they fought twice, I think.
Twice, yes.
Yeah, so-
And John Jones won both times.
Exactly.
But
He
he
was
was
good competition.
in that
man.
that's why he's going through this hearing now, because in that last fight he got popped for fucking Tyrannobol, which is like some Eastern... Back when East Germany was a thing, fucking, it's what they would give their Olympic athletes to fucking, you know, the steroids they would give them. Like, it's not a common steroid.
And that just proves that, like, you're going above and beyond and do steroids because you're looking for the ones that are, like, so hard to trace or they're so different. Like, none of them are just like, oh, he fell for steroids. No, it's like some crazy-ass fucking drug from this place. Like, they're
Some
going,
drug
they're
that
going
don't even
far
get
out,
made
like,
anymore.
trying to
Dude,
do
that's
this.
what I feel like. That's what sporting has become. It's so
Yeah.
competitive that everybody wants the little edge they can get, and if it's not found in your system or if it's looked past that chemical, they're gonna take it.
But it's
Yeah.
just when you're at that level, man, you're making that kind of money to put on a show and fight, and you're getting paid all that, and, everything's going good like Johnny Bones was. You got to get your head out of your ass, man. You got to grow the fuck up. It's like, come on now. Like,
At least
wants
he's
that
smart.
McGregor
he had a
money,
chance to
dude.
stamp his name in the history books, you know what I mean? He still kind of did, but...
He's still in the history
yeah,
books.
but you know what I mean, because he's got a little
sullied his
asterisk next to
record.
him. Yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking... UFC lately has been kind of botched.
I haven't
just to
watched
talk
a lot of
about
pay-per-views,
The oversaturation of UFC real quick. Fucking... This past UFC has been the first one I didn't buy in fucking God knows how long.
Yeah, you're a religious pay-per-view buyer.
Yeah, we bought... you know what I bought instead? I bought KSW, a fucking Polish fucking MMA promotion. Why? Because they put on a better show with better fighters, and I got to watch Mamed Khalidov fight fucking their light heavyweight champion while he's the middleweight champion, because the promotion puts on the best fights that they can possibly make. Unfortunately, my boy Mamed lost, but hey, he's facing a guy who's fucking 20 pounds heavier than him and probably fucking 10 years younger than him.
Yeah, it was a
and he
good
still
promotion.
put on a good show.
It's a good promotion.
It's a good promotion. They put on a great show.
And like Russia or fucking Poland or something?
Poland. And to speak on Mamed Khalidov, like I said, even though he lost, probably one of the best fighters to never join UFC. If you've never seen him before, look him up. Fucking amazing highlight reel videos. Now, to get on to some other closing topics, fucking just some random bullshit. A video series that we're all familiar with. Stop a Douchebag. Dave, your thoughts on Stop a Douchebag?
Is this going to be used as a transition into another video series?
Yeah, well, we'll talk about this video series because this video series reminded me of another video series that I recently started watching.
It's hilarious. I mean, it's funny.
Well, explain what it is.
All it is it's based out of Russia, right?
Yeah, it's based out of Russia.
What it is a group of people that are tired of I guess in Russia they drive pretty crazy,
They drive like nuts.
Which is why everybody has the dash cams nowadays. Like
Yeah.
insurance companies, I heard in Russia make you have a dash cam or something.
I think so.
I don't know. It's pretty
yeah.
crazy in Russia for the driving. But this group Stop a Douchebag came together and they pretty much stand in front of the sidewalks when there's a guy driving down the sidewalk, and
Which happens all the time in Russia, apparently.
it's really
where you
common.
just drive down
Not
the
even just
sidewalk.
sidewalks,
Or park on the sidewalks and shit.
like even parks, like they drive anywhere. Like they don't give a
don't
shit.
give
There's
a
so
fuck.
much traffic, they'll drive everywhere. So these people like stand and almost borderline protest this guy. And if the guy won't turn around and he's real persistent and keeps trying to push on, they get this big ass sticker that says I believe it's Stop the Douchebag
it
in
says
Russian.
something about I'm a douchebag, I'm a bad driver,
and they
put
stick
it
it to
over
his,
his
like,
fucking
windshield.
windshield.
It's hilarious. I mean, the fact that you have to read like
Subtitles the whole
subtitles the whole time, that gets a
Yeah,
little bit annoying.
it's whatever. But they're short videos usually.
My other complaint, it's not even really a complaint, it's just I wish they would kind of like compile the videos a little better, where it's like they compile the best scenes, not just every single person they stop, because there's
That's
a
what
lot
they
of slow
do.
time.
Because what they do is usually they'll take them in day chunks, like, oh, this is what we got this day, blah, 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 blah. Jonathan, have you seen it?
What?
Stop a Douchebag.
Nah, I've seen you guys play it a couple times, but like I thought it was hilarious, but like I haven't seen like a lot of it. You know?
Yeah.
Like
I just love the fact that Russians are so down to just fight.
just like
or,
brutal,
like,
and just
yeah.
like fucking
Yeah.
just thugged out.
But
The best part is the protesters are
Like,
like
hasn't there been a couple where they like pull out guns?
Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
put
guns,
weapons and
knives,
guns on them
guns.
niggas.
like the best part is the protesters are real persistent and like they're calm about it, but I think at the same time when the people start like getting out of their cars and like acting big towards the protesters or whatever, them guys Stop a Douchebag, they kind of get back in their face and it's
Yeah.
like, no, get back in your fucking car and turn around.
Because the Stop a Douchebag people do have like two goons. They're always with them, it seems like.
they have
You
like
got
two
to,
bigger
if you're
guys.
balls and like
Oh,
that.
definitely.
Oh yeah.
So, Stop a Douchebag, great video series. Definitely recommended checking it out. On a similar kind of note, though, I stumbled across another YouTube series called Creep Catchers.
Creep catchers.
I don't even think I've even told you about this or showed you videos
Do
about
not
this.
think so.
Dave, you had apparently seen videos of this before. I had even seen videos of it.
No,
right?
it wasn't Creep Catchers I've seen. It was it's that classic show on like Dateline.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
To Catch
It's,
a Predator. Well, that's
yeah.
basically what this is. It's
similar.
amateur YouTube To Catch a Predator, pretty much. Like these people will go and they'll. It seems like a lot of them will go on like dating websites and post like a picture of a kind of younger looking person and say that they're 18, and then when somebody.
Lord them asses in.
They kind
Not-
of set up predators in a way.
It is well. What they always do though is like when they talk to them, they always make sure they tell them their age. Which it's like, if the motherfucker's on a dating website and he's looking at this motherfucker who says he's 18 and is young looking, and then he starts chatting to him, and then he tells him that he's actually not 18, like obviously it's on that motherfucker to stop talking to the fucking kid. You know what I mean? Like. You can call it, which I've seen videos online that people are complaining about the creep catchers, saying that they're like entrapping these people and setting them up and like
The only reason
they're ruining their lives, blah blah blah. Which a lot of it seems like fucking secret pedophiles, fucking trying to
But
defend other
all right.
pedophiles.
Here's the thing, though. Even if it is entrapment, I mean,
It isn't though. It isn't. If they say,
Take them down, man.
That's what I'm saying. Plus-
Exactly. I mean, it's something that, regardless, like you said, the only people arguing that against the people
Are secret
probably,
pedos, probably.
Yeah, Yeah, like who?
Which
can
it is
complain about
funny
that?
to go and scroll through all these, because the way the series works is like they'll fucking, they'll show the chat logs at the beginning of the video, and then the actual video itself will be them going up and like confronting the dude, like, yo,
Yeah.
you came here to meet a fucking 12-year-old girl, what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. Which it's not like Stop a Douchebag where it seems like one group of people mainly doing the videos. It's definitely like way more unorganized and all kinds of randoms.
They probably took in, a lot.
So it's like, you'll find some videos where the people go up to the dude and it's like, oh, yo, you were talking to a fucking 13-year-old boy, blah, blah. And then they'll ream him out a little bit, but then they'll just let him go. And it's like, oh, we got it, your information, bud, blah, blah. It's like, fucking call the cops right there, God damn it.
I mean, even if you're not going to call the cops, take it upon yourself to at least beat the guy up, or give him some type of physical.
Well, that's the thing.
I mean, it's
they say multiple times in the video that they're recording because they don't want
they don't
the
get
other.
hurt, probably.
They don't, for their protection and your protection. They always say, because they don't want the dude to say, oh, creep catchers came up to me and then they beat the fuck out of me, blah, blah, blah. Because then if they are trying to press charges against them, I guess that will get their case thrown out. But if they have video evidence to disprove their shit, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think it's a bad idea and I'm not advocating any sort of vigilantism here or anything like that, but wouldn't it be a bad idea for like a group of fucking bikers or somebody like this to do similar things and not record it and maybe handle it a little bit differently,
or not even that,
calling the cops.
Or hold on, here's another suggestion. Or you just have creep catchers recording it, and then some person happens to overhear what's happening.
Well, what if there should be a group that follows creep catchers?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, hold on, boys, we'll handle this.
Yeah.
Or you're just going
fuck
there and
them
beat
up.
the
Creep
fuck
catchers
out of
will
them.
have no idea. Creep catchers don't know what's going on. I mean, if vigilantes take it upon themselves,
Hey, hey, we didn't invite this guy. He just happened to follow
Yeah,
us here.
exactly.
But honestly, though, it is kind of like Creep Catchers is an appropriate fucking title of the thing, because when you watch the video, all these guys are the fucking classic old fucking creep, just
Yeah.
And there's some where they'll have like a decoy going in there and like talking to the motherfucker, and he'll be saying some shit like, oh yeah, well, I can't wait to get you back to the hotel, yeah. Oh no, we're gonna have a fun time, blah blah blah.
Oh, my
and then the
God.
motherfucker leaves,
Oh,
and then
my
the
God.
group comes in and fucking like,
Oh, they beat the shit out of him.
dude. I mean, they should, honestly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
fuck
they
yeah.
shouldn't be so fucking nice about this shit.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem.
Weird
I mean,
series, though,
2018, you almost can't use physical. Like, you can't be physical anymore. It's all like verbal. That's all you really can do now.
Even verbal's too much, Dave.
Yeah. Even you still
Words hurt. Words are like bullets.
them pedophiles might actually need a safe space after they get reamed out.
That's right, Dave. We gotta
Yeah,
look
so-
out for even the pedophiles of this world.
Yeah.
Because even their feelings can be hurt, ladies and
That
gentlemen.
is true.
So, that's Creep Catchers. Last thing I have written down on here is fucking Trump and North Korea, which I think Trump's fucking meeting with Kim
Did
Jong.
I hear that correctly?
Trump's meeting with Kim Jong-un right now as we speak, I'm pretty sure.
Has that ever been done before?
I think it happened like back in the 90s.
Are they just
All
trying
I
to
can
make
think
peace
about is the
agreements, or
fucking
what?
movie. Like, is somebody gonna get assassinated? in the
No.
interview?
Are they trying to work out peace agreements, or what is the whole outline of it?
It's
Is
not
that it?
They're
even-
probably gonna party and get.
Well, listen, there's not even like peace agreements because it's like we're not even at war with them really technically. It's
Well, like, to
more
disable
what
their
they're meeting
weapons
about. No. What they're disabling weapons. All right, yeah, that is kind of part of it.
But yeah, go ahead over.
But the main thing they're meeting about is to unify Korea. I guarantee, because that's always the thing of North Koreans, is that they've always wanted a unified Korea, and they always felt like Americans and Japanese or whoever it is, like whatever countries are involved politically with South Koreans at the time, are the ones that are fucking up
held them back pretty
the
much.
unification of Korea, which I'm guessing that's the number one topic of discussion right now, is Trump meeting with Kim Jong-un, talking about potentially opening up the border between North Korea and South Korea to where fucking Koreans can actually, travel in
That'd be
between.
crazy. Like, what are the chances of something like that?
It could happen. It could happen. I mean, it's not
crazy.
that crazy. The fucking Berlin Wall
Yeah, but
came
it's just
down
been like that for how long? Where it's just been like, well, I don't know,
since the 50s and 40s,
Yeah.
pretty much.
a long time.
It's not that long in the the
I mean,
full spectrum
No,
of things.
but it's
though, you know what I
historic.
mean?
It's historic.
It is historic. It's a big thing.
100% historic.
But-
just that meeting alone.
Them meeting alone is a big thing, but it's always skeptical with North Korea whether or not anything is actually going to come out of it.
Yeah, he could just go.
You know what the worst part about the whole
right.
thing? The only real beneficial thing I think that'll actually come out of this is the North Korean people actually being technically freed in a way.
That's
I think that's the real beneficial thing. That the only reason that anybody
That's the
cares.
main atrocity that's going on right now is that he's got basically a fucking entire country of slaves.
Exactly, because I mean we already do plenty of trade with South Korea. It's not like North Korea holds us back from doing trade with them.
No,
so, I mean,
no.
That's the only thing that I think benefits everybody. I guess in a sense.
Well, that's fucking...
Or more of North Korea, the people, but still.
But, yeah. We're at about an hour 15 hours.
That's about right.
You think fucking... We got any closing thoughts that we need to wrap up
I don't
on
know.
this?
I'm actually surprised you didn't write down a riddle for this week.
A riddle, let's not reference
pretty much-
shows in the past that
You know,
are never going to see the air.
Just give an idea of what they can hope to see. We're just gonna be recording stuff, talking about video games or
Talking
sports
about
and
the
stuff
weekly
as it
news,
comes,
weekly
and
bullshit.
Breaking news and
There'll be
obviously
some
look
Let's
forward to
Plays.
gameplay.
some Let's Plays
Yeah.
of playing different games. We'll get 3 or 4 TVs going and be playing the same game, and
It's gonna be
there's
chaos.
a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely look forward to this show and many other shows.
We do little competitions between each other playing the games and shit.
Don't
so.
spoil too much. Don't spoil too much. We'll let the videos speak for themselves as they come out. But yeah, fucking. In closing, I've been Tank Franklin, my co-host,
Gentle Warrior.
That's way too nice, aka Jonathan in the motherfucking building.
and I guess we'll call it there.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Peace out.
See ya, motherfuckers.